Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it's kind of a, I don't know. Don't talk to anybody throughout my entire day, 12, 16 hours a day and, get the one phone call that I have to take. Anyways, yeah, so we were talking about the task and looking through this. So I'm hopefully going to try to get back on track without delving too deeply and greedily into things. Um, but yeah, I feel like, yeah, so we have the task, they move towards it, we can interact with here. Um, I feel like to me, it's like sometime at this point, I could probably finish the tutorial. Um, and I've clearly gotten off the rails here. If you look at my task system, um, um, and just how I create my task system too is clearly. But I feel like to me, it's like every task needs to have a position. It's just super important for me. Um, and yeah, and then I've got this sort of functional stuff to say every task is also going to have a certain amount of time, right? A building's going to take, 5 seconds to build or, 100 seconds or whatever. And, we process it through there. And then these other tasks, like with the task victory here, it's just like we have this on victory, which we set up, right? So when we create the victory task, I think we actually here, let me find all references. Visual Studio Unhappy. Yeah, so when we do the on complete, we then set up this, we create the victory task and then give it to, yeah, we add the task here. So the adding the task is how that I've decided that it's a better way to do. This probably should be insert, right? So this should be insert the task at the 0th point, and then to do uh, here, let's say to do sort task based on distance and other requirements, materials, need, etc. Um, yeah. So yeah, so that's that. I just it's my problem. It's like I talk to someone and it's like I think about it for hours and hours and hours afterwards. But I was just wondering if that person I was just talking to was lying to me, and it's like, oh my god, I hope not. To me, it's like I could see where they would want to lie because it's like, oh well, I'm just gonna lie because it's gonna be easier than telling the truth. Anyways, moving forward, I'm a deeply messed up person. Trying to get a job and talking about how messed up I am, but I'm also a very dedicated person. So yeah, so I feel like I should. I don't know. I feel like the Hamlet system, which is here. Let me. Oh no no no. I'm sorry. I wanted to do the hub, Unity hub, and then pull up the Hamlet code base. Um, yeah, I literally counted that I have 24 projects in 2024, so that's a project and a half a day. It's like it's ludicrous to think of. Now, not all those projects are, um, and there again, that's like 24, but then, there's, probably another 10 projects or 20, 10 or 20 projects I've looked at recently. But yeah, so if you look at here and you go into the Hamlet system up here, um, yeah, so this is, I think, great. Yeah, it's space view. So you can see we're doing the exact same thing. We've got an overhead view. I think that's nice in this instance. You can talk to people. Um, you can like move left and right. I feel like it's much cooler. There's actually interaction with walls. Um, again, we haven't built the downstairs, but now you can actually say, uh, you know, I'm too tired, could sleep. Um, yeah, so it's like you have, and then you have the Q and E, Z and F, which don't really do anything, but it's part of the system. You got every time I move, I take a tick, um, and then each person says something different. I feel like I changed that, but I didn't get that into the. I've changed the conversations, but I didn't get it. And then here's the FPS, and then here's like the last key. So I'm pushing S, and then we're gotten. Oh yeah, yeah. We're this is how many tiles we're displaying. And this is in total, so it's like we're actually only displaying, well, I guess that is not in total. It's the active tiles currently. So yeah, um, It was basically the 2D version of the Harvester game, which I feel like is broken now, unfortunately. I had this really cool, um, yeah, this really cool. Oh, what? Oh, I guess it didn't. Weird. Why does it pop to that? Oh, there's no camera. Weird. Yeah, so here it's like, yeah, the menu breaks. Yeah, so the menu breaks here. It should bump into but the game scene I feel like would break. Yeah, but here you get a little bit more, little cool. Yeah, these actually pop out and down. It's all broken because nothing, everything's like, I don't know, there's 1,001. But yeah, you got, just a bunch of cool stuff. Anyways, yeah, but there's a bunch of cool stuff that's all broken, so you can't see anything. But yeah, so I feel like this is really cool. Um, and yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of broken. Well, not broken, but oh wow, the game ticks have been what? Huh, interesting. You're trying to tell me that the game ticks are broken. Guess I won't debug this and try to figure it out, but yeah. And yeah, and then these tiles are meant to be just colorization. They're not meant to be walls or anything. It's just meant to show that there's different. And I think like if I think there's a seed here. If we do this, yeah, we get the same seed, and then so you get this like 2, 3 with that five tiles high there, and if we hit, so there's a seed going on here, which does the same thing. So I think that's really cool. There's a lot of great pieces of code. So, anyways, we'll have to debug that and figure out what's wrong with that later. But anyways, so back to this project. Um, yeah, I did add the ability to highlight this and hide the gear. I could hide the 0, but maybe I should. Actually don't think that would be too much of an issue. Issue-ish. It's just right in here. Oh yeah, on the mouse over, you just set the canvas to null. So like if there's greater than 0, then the canvas UI set active to true. Else we'll just set it to false. And then I feel like that's good. And then it turns it on based on other stuff. But yeah, so there's no. Oh, no, yeah, set active to true, set active. Oh yeah, that's always setting it to true. Yeah. Okay. I'd be screaming at the screen. No, I don't know. I can't see anybody anymore. But yeah, so it's now. I felt like the lid could be put off somewhere, like put at an angle, put behind it. I don't know. But anyways, let's ignore that for a second with the horrible animation. There is actually a chest with an animation, so I probably should have used that, a more RPG chest and not a sci-fi chest. But there again, yeah, so I need like game, you can actually zoom the camera in and out and stuff like that. But let's not talk about that. So yeah. Yeah, so I think to me, oh yeah, and I can't do anything. So I think we're good. We got the tasks. I feel like to me it's a yeah, so I probably need to follow the video at this point to interact with. I thought about making a gear spawner like here, like a chest or something that just automatically. Oh yeah. Oh if yeah if UI button. I feel like to me like there's a issue here with these on completes that they don't they don't they don't um they call when they shouldn't. Like, it's like I'm getting this like error of saying, hey, um, I'm calling something when I shouldn't. Yeah, so it's just trying to remove this button right here, which is the task. That's yeah. So once it's all done, they'll remove it. The victories, da 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 da. Oh God, did I screw up my victory? Oh boy. The task system geo. No, okay, you're good here. Create the victory, and then we add the task victory. Hmm. Oh yeah, and there again, it's like it's completing the task. Yeah, so this is requesting a task. We just request task really, but anyways, I just kept the same. Um, hmm. Yeah, so this is just the log. This is the actual task list. So to me, it's like when that adds that victory. Um, yeah, so it's just the victory, and it should go. Yeah, but then it adds again. So, and then it adds again. So, and then it adds it again. Huh. Well, let's. Feels like to me. No, not this guy, but this guy has. Yeah, this task that is completed, but it's not being removed. And then so when it feels like it's trying to complete it, why is it not being removed? Yeah, so on the arrive task, yeah, right here, yeah, we complete the task. Yeah, and then that calls then we remove the task. Mm, yeah, and this is where you want to use scriptable objects because you can just pass in this data and then just remove it from my task here, and then we destroy the old task object. So that's like this is not being called. Yeah, let me attach the Unity here. What the? Yeah, I feel like because I shut down everything, it's like unhappy. But yeah, we'll just reboot this back up and probably should reboot the project. Oh, maybe it's because it's also. Oh, it shouldn't have any issues with that either. You can pause it and attach it, and I don't know. Maybe it is unhappy. But yeah, let me dump down here, create a I don't know you, and then this guy will come over here. Yeah, so he's moving. He's just adding the task. It should hopefully when he removes the task, it should let me know. Yeah, see right here. So we're technically the task is victory. What the? Oh, right. Yes, 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 yes. So on the complete, yes, yes, yes. So to me, it's like here you have to say task, a task equals task, and then you have to say a task complete, and then you have to say remove the task. There's the bug. So basically, this is getting this task right, which is gets the zeroth object. Well, when you run complete here, it runs the on complete here, which runs the victory on complete. Well, not yet, but it eventually will, right? But when it runs the on complete, it creates a task here. Um, it creates a task here, right? So it says, hey, this task, right? The task we've been working on is the request next task that adds the task and then gets this task and then does the on complete, right? The task in the zeroth location, the descriptive object. But now when we add a task, we add it to this. So there again, we inserted it, which I feel like is the right move, right? You need to insert it because you need to say you're doing a task, this very next task. But yeah, let me attach this to Unity. I feel like it's actually we can probably just run this and get by. But so now we copy the reference to the task right here, and then it'll jump into here. It will say, hey, I've done the task, I'm completing it. Then I'm going to remove the task at some point. Yeah. And then add the victory and then complete it. Yeah, yeah. So and the issue is when I got this task here, no, on this up here, like this task right here just gets the zeroth task. When I say down here that I'm getting the task, the task right here dot complete, it's completing the victory task and removing the victory task, which is, not what to do. Uh, really, to me, it's like I feel like there's a bug with victory, right? So um, creates a victory animation log that um, the cleaner can perform. To do this, this flow is breaking multiple multiple uh, code areas. So one, um, the victory can't. Well, it's just really the victory can't um, process it correctly and continually as victory. Um, yeah. Two, the victory can't be added to the task system as someone else can claim it. I feel like to me it's like that issue right there about claiming task is really a point in time where you need to say down here string claimant, right? So we'll add a claimant equals this. So if this task right here under the task system, when we request a task right here, we say, okay, to do, so to do, use a claim system to avoid um, claiming a task that is already claimed. So, and then here we need to say this is the cleaner, cleaner, my, a cleaner here. And then this needs to say, hey, when we request a task, so we just need to say cleaner, my cleaner, and then you need to pass that into this task system here. And then this needs to say, when we request a new task, we request the my cleaner here. And then this really is this, yeah, see, this really needs to be a scriptable object, honestly, as well. Um, yeah. And then how do we create these? Yeah, it should be right. Oh, yeah. So we init the cleaner, and I think we just say new cleaner. Yeah, right here. So we have to say cleaner, um, cleaner, uh, hey, cleaner. Feels like John Wick here. Scriptable object dot create instance cleaner. And then I just want to say cleaner. Oh yeah, so I can't do that. So I just say init with the position. And then I say, hey, pass in. Yeah, so this actually has to be a public void because you can't create there's no constructors in init. And then you just want to say, hey, pop this into here, pop that into here, and then pop that into there. Yeah, so then we're just initting here, and then we're just going to pass in the cleaner to here. Really, this should be much different, but, and then this just, yeah. So basically this is a pre-start, right? This creates a cleaner at this geo's location uh, to do create a cleaners um, manager. So to me, it's like you need a cleaners manager that manages all the cleaners. But right now, we're just getting away with like that. Oftentimes in developing prototypes, this is just, yeah. Oh, and then this is my cleaner. Bum bum bum. Isn't that what this is? Feels like you're. Oh, it's just this. Yes, yes, yes. I feel like I should rename my channel to prototypes. Micaiah Stevens, like spoiler alert, spoiler alert, prototypes. So that's all we basically are going to be doing is just creating prototypes. That's just what I love doing. Da 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 da. So yeah, now we're good. So now, really, right? So the task now can say, hey, when we init this task, we're going to say, hey, we're just going to say cleaner a cleaner, right? A cleaner, and then we're gonna dump this into here, and then we're gonna say this is gonna be cleaner, and then we're just gonna say the claimant equals null. No, this, and then the claimant equals null. I don't think Code Monkey's gonna go this way, so there you go, is a cleaner, and then I want to say this. So to me, it's like, yeah. And then there again, like down in the task system, right? So now we say, you know, the list of task is filtered task e equals the task dot where, you know, task, task, no, no, a equals a dot claimant is complete is equals false, and a dot claim, oops, I don't have a claimant, a dot claimant equals null, right? And then yeah, to list, and then yeah, oh no, this is filtered task, yeah, there we go. And then now we just say, hey, now we have a claimant, which is a under the task, we just have this public claimant, and oh yeah, so now we just need to init this. Oh no, we need to add task to mouse. Oh crap, crap. Well, we'll just say null, right? So we just say null here. Yeah, so we just need to say null here. We need to say, yeah, here is create the victory, and we just say cleaner, a cleaner. I don't know, I like a lot because it's just like, hey, I'm just talking about this single, um, uh, um, yeah, so this is claimant equals null. Claimant? I don't know, is that the right word? Google claimant, claim, claimer, yeah. Claimant, um, claimant. Yeah. So a person making a claim, especially, yeah. So claim, M-A-N-T, M-A-N-T. Yep, perfect. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, perfect. So now we can actually add that back into the task here, and all we have to do is say, hey, get the for this, right? We just pass in a this as well here, because we're just, we're in this. This is our task cleaner. So we can actually now just add this back into the victory task, right? So we can just say, hey, um, oh, but you also have to say that the task system is let's see. Well, let's just say a list of tasks, and we'll call this the non-completed tasks equals this, the task where um, and we're going to say we don't want to eliminate the claimant, and then where then this is the task that the filter task going to say dot where a dot claimant, oh no, a dot claimant equals the a cleaner, or uh or a dot claimant equals null, and then this to list. Yeah. So it's like we filter all the tasks where the complete is false, and then then we do that, the non-completed, where we equals, oh whoops, oh this is equals a cleaner, a cleaner, a cleaner, or claimant equals null. Yeah. Yes. Really, we could probably just do something crazy like this and call us good. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe something like this. There. Here, let me put a little wonker right there. And then this is new task, right? So this is new task. Yeah, yeah. So I renamed it. So now we can actually add the victory back in, and feels like we're good because we now applied a filter, which you probably really should be in the first place, right? So here we're just going to get the class, the non. Oh, the count is 0. Oh, there is no. What? Oh yeah, the count is 0. So it's like, yeah. Oh, it's just always going to be requesting task. Well, that's just annoying. Here, let me say if task dot length equals 0, or just return null right away. And then I don't know, yeah. I mean, it's like, let's do a one-liner. So that feels like a problem. So essentially, it's just requesting the task every 5 seconds. Request next task it's every half tick. Yeah, which is here, which is so every time. Yeah, so every time the timer is above the timer, which is, yeah. So we got our tasks. So we're not completed, and then we should have filter task to 1. Oh, debug, stop debugging. This is the filtered task dot length, by the way. And then this is task remove. Oh no, this is dot count. And then this is dot count. And then we're just going to remove the task here. And then we're going to, here, let me say, this is a task. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of cool that we can get so we can get here. Well, hopefully we'll just, someone will go claim that task. It's now claimed. We can actually look at that, right? If we look at our cleaner here, we can see that we've hopefully successfully, yeah, my cleaner is here. Oh yeah, now we can't do that. So I feel like it's a little fortunate now, but now we have the claimant as none, which I didn't set the claimant up. Um, yes. Oh yeah, so I just say claimant dot claim assign to the um, claimant, well, the A cleaner. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go into the task and just say public void assign cleaner, A cleaner, and then we'll just say the claimant equals the cleaner. Yeah, so hopefully that will allow us to assign the task and move forward. Yeah, hopefully that will allow us to assign the task and move forward. Let me take a quick peek here. Wow, we're already 20 minutes in. That's just crazy. Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like it's a little unfortunate. I just can't see this anymore, but now I can click in here. The claimant's now the cleaner, and then the cleaner is this person right here. Oh, okay. Anyways, moving forward. So now they should just add the task in here, add the victory task, be able to get the victory task for themselves. And this person shouldn't come over here and try to claim it. So they're going to add the victory task here. Yep. And then they added the victory task. They claimed it, and now they successfully, this person right here, no, this person right here, because that's who so they'll see oh yeah, under the logs, you can see that we did the victory. But then this guy right here should be the other person. Oh no, this person, they didn't do anything. They couldn't claim it. They couldn't, yeah. So perfect. And then we cleaned up we cleaned up the task. And again, we can also like do this and this and this, so it doesn't work together. So they'll both add a victory task here. Um, as soon as it's done, yep, there's victory 1, victory 2. This guy's victory. This guy's victory. We are having victory success. So victory and then victory, victory, victory. So cool. Now I can, you know, which I feel is great, right? We've taken a system that is had, quite frankly, probably quite a few holes in it. Um, but there again, it's just a YouTube video, and to me, it's like I'm now saying, okay, we're taking that YouTube video and trying to turn it into a real system, a system I feel like I can manage, right? So now this is like fixed a few of these issues here. Um, yeah, and then ultimately too, it's ultimately too, we don't need to under the cleaner, under the completion. Um, yeah, I don't need to create this victory task, and I just say, hey, your task state, your task state equals waiting. Yes, and then here, let me uh, testing out whether if we can add tasks to the queue and not have to keep track ourselves, hoping to suss out the bugs we saw before. So to me, it's like that's the thing about programming. I feel like is like if you just program it one simple way, um, yeah, and there, yeah. Oh, we still need to like the distance, like the closest task to distance, but you can actually probably do that pretty easily, right? So to me, it's like, okay, well, now that we've got this, we can actually say, okay, um, we're going to say a list of task sorted, sorted tasks equals the filtered task, order, and then go order by a dot 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 a no a dot position uh yeah order by um well, I think we could just say dot distance here to uh my a cleaner dot position, and I think is that good enough. um Let me go create this function here. Yeah, so if I do this, yes, exactly, generate this, and I say, hey, you're going to be a float distance of public, and all you're going to do is say vector3 int dot distance of my position and this position. Here, let's just say other position. Oh, and then just return that. Oh, and this is a vector3. Well, we could just round to int. Let me say vector3 dot floor to int the other position. Um, oh, to list. My bad. To list. Yeah, so is that going to actually, feels like we can, let me say attach here, attach to Unity and see if we can get the, oh, okay, well they should, here, let me queue up a few more while they're arguing over themselves. Yeah, so this, oh, I didn't do the sorted. So the sorted tasks, yeah, I mean, they're sorting them. Yeah, it sorted it, but I don't know if it actually, yeah. Here, let me debug, stop debugging, because I wanted to do this sorted task, right? I'm not sure if you can filter the task based on, like if there's 0. I don't know. Well, it seems to be working, so, but yeah, so now we can, yeah, fill this up with a bunch of tasks, and it feels like it's going to go to the task that it's like closest to. Yeah, see, this guy went up here instead of, going way over here. So this is not sorted. Um, but yeah, and then we still accept the victories. Um, maybe they're not going to do the victories now. That's a problem. Yeah, they're not doing the victories. Oh, you meanies. No. Okay, well, I yeah. I mean, eventually they'll do all the victories, but feels like they're just going to do all the tasks, and for some reason they don't want to do the victories. Yeah, I guess that's a bug. Well, oh, you know what? It's adding the victories. Yeah, it's adding victory nonstop. So yeah, so victory is just not suited for this. I mean, it's just not a great. Yeah, so when you create the victory task here, under this system, why is it being? I guess it doesn't really. Yeah, it's just creating it outside. So really, it just shouldn't add it here. And then you have to keep track of it here. Yeah, yeah, and then this is executing. So I feel like that's the issue is like where it's victory doesn't handle waiting. So to me, it's like there's obviously an issue with the task here of victory where it's not handling waiting. Uh, can't handle waiting, must be set set to ex, executing right away. And this is not a Code Monkey issue, right? Let's be clear. This is not a Code Monkey wrote bad code. This is I took Code Monkey's code and threw it through a blender and came up with this. Um, and then and then yes, and added a ton of features to it. Um, but yeah, um, cool. Yeah, so we're completing. We're good. We're gonna get the victory done. Yeah, there's the victory, and then it's completing the victory, and then we're done. Okay. Yeah, but it does add it to the thing. It, am I? Did I do something wrong? Did I not save it? No, I saved it. So oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So it adds it over here and then deletes it. Yes, yes. So it doesn't add it to the task system, right? So this is not adding it to the task system. This is letting the UI keep track of the task, which is, just great, right? So when you do that through the UI task, we just create this element and we put this up as the first sibling. So this is like the task, the victory task, and then yeah, and then perfect. Oh, and by the we also did the toString, by the way. So the toString just says task, and this actually says victory. So that's how it sort of differentiates. Yeah, and then here again. So the other thing too is, well, yeah, no, this is yeah. So what we should really do now is say, hey, we're good. Let me copy this and come into here, and we'll say is a C# script. There's a cool writer does this automatically for you. So I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. Not that I'm jealous over your writer that you'll do that for me, but yeah. But yeah, cool. And then here, I hate this. I don't know why I don't like system. It's added because of this when I created the distance function. But yeah, so I mean, the other thing too is to get Pathfinder in here, right? If there's a task right here, but it's inside a wall and you can't go to that task, then the person shouldn't, that's actually not something that's accounted for. There is no pathfinding in this example, but yeah, there's also no camera, no nothing. But yeah, I guess we're poor in these projects. Cool. So I wonder if I can just say, hey, um, no, so you also have to do the protected here because we want to change the display. So we probably should do a set display. This should be probably a public or protected actually, protected void set display and string s display. Um, yeah, equals this, and then this is, we'll make this back to private, and then this will be the set display here will be the toString, and then yeah, and then this is the victory task right here, which should say that the, oh, I guess we don't have that there. I thought we set the display somehow, but oh well. Okay. Okay, so well, I don't know. I guess I can't follow Code Monkey's videos at this point because I don't know. I haven't really decided. I could ask Code Monkey. You mind if I follow your videos on a live stream? Is that, but it'd be kind of listening to Code Monkey, me pause the video and go off and write a bunch of code. That's what I do. But I guess without his implicit permission, and I don't know what YouTube's gonna argue over. Um, Although I've got 999 subs, so I should say screw that. um, um, yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in watching that stream, but maybe other people wouldn't be. But yeah, hopefully people are interested in watching this stream eventually. I can actually. I was thinking I could be able to say, hey, let's check out this other streamer, and see what he's up to. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Um, yeah. So here, and then you click on live, and then you can see the 3, 1, 3, 2, 5, 2, no views, and then yeah, here we're at live. So I feel like this one is like I've watched my entire streams a couple times now. So yeah. Um, oh, I guess there is no views because I ended this. So, anyways, but yeah, and then yeah, so you look at our videos. So our last video was almost 4 years ago. Um, Oh, what's popular? Oh yeah, the video. Yeah, the video response to Sebastian is 1.5K views. I'm like shocked. Oh yeah, and here's the other one, the scriptable objects at runtime. Yeah, so that was a very but yeah, I mean it's why would you do that? Well, it's to me it's like I could create a scriptable object and call it chest and say, that has all these values. And I probably should, but it just, to me it's like this, you know right now is just the easiest thing to do. um and this is just meant to be an item geo, which is containing it's essentially containing the whatever it is. And then yes, we could have a gear, we could have bullets, guns, whatever, and we could do something with that. But which is kind of where I feel like the next step is to get someone to pick up uh, continually. um yeah. So, well, to me, it's like, okay, so what I'm thinking about here is we'll just do it. I guess we'll say this is the box geo, and then we'll say, hey, you're at minus, -2, 0, and I'm going to change your, here, let me unpack completely. I feel like you could do, in here, we'll just change this to box, and what I want to do is just do a box. Oh yeah, see, I got all these really cool art, but I want to, um, God, I want to show you that project too. It's such a fun project. Oh God, this is what I hate about art. It's like, oh my goodness gracious. Oh yeah, here we go. Is that? Oh yeah, no, this is this Get rid of that. Perfect. Okay, and then yeah, and then I want to say that this. Oh, come on. This is going to be right here, and I'm going to put you right here, and I'm going to make you. Mm, Here, make you 1, 1, 1, and make you 0. 0. Oh, this is like, oh, 0.5. Yeah, so this is 0.5, and then this gear will be up by 1. Yes, so I want this spawner, right? So this box will have a spawner, and then you'll have a item geo. But yeah, let's just create an item spawner. So under game 15, under the task system, so let's just create a uh, folder. We'll call this items, and we'll just say create a item spawner. And I want to add this to my box geo here. Well, technically, and I want this to be a box item geo, right? So this is going to say, yeah. Clicky. Oh, I think the problem is, yeah, it's like doing something dumb. Okay, so this is going to be an item geo, right? And then we'll have to say the item geo, which is probably a horrible name for it, but I don't know what else to call it. Uh, yeah, so let's do this. And then you can see sort of the one of the references here was the fact that it was going to do the symbol. Now the symbol, the X X X exclamation point, the warning point and stuff like that. But right now I think we're good. We're just sticking with gears. The single gear item. We're a gear factory, so we have the gear. It looks a little big, but I don't know, maybe 0.5. Yeah, I also rotated it 180, 165. So I felt like that was just good because I wanted it to be a little bit more. And by the way, so if I go into packages, package manager, and I go inside to the in project, can I say in project? Huh. Well, wah. Um, okay. Yeah. So if you look in here, that, oh yes, my 3 feet, I'm shocked we haven't added the 3 feet characters, people. It's oh yeah, no, I just want to go to sprites or something. But anyways, it's I'm just trying to show the package, but it's okay. Oh no, it's like 2D, I think. Yes. So yeah, so we've got this yeah, so Blink's Adventure is pretty cool, but it's the Dungeon Crawlers art pack. Yeah, so this art pack, this Dungeon Crawler 2D art pack by I don't know, Moon Tribe. Yeah. That's really cool. And then I've got the yeah, the free dungeon pack. I feel like that's, did I put the free dungeon pack in here? No. I feel like I did the oh no, I did the Blinks, maybe. Yeah, the Blinks RPGs in here. I just wanted icons and art, and that's what I stole. But actually, if you check out this here, yeah, let me go up to 10,000 projects here. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted here, I guess. Come on. Yeah, it's like, come on, Windows. You can understand that there's a, let me just go add, be easier. And then what is it, 2022, 2023? No, probably 2021. Oh, yeah, here we go. Action 2D. I think this is what I'm looking for. I should probably disable the music too. It's got music, people. It's a real game. In fact, there's keys. I don't even know what the game does, but no. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, this is a massive. Yeah, so the action 2D is what I'm trying to see. Yeah, so the demo scene here. And if I hit play, oh, I got to disable the music. Sorry. I think it's already disabled, but yeah. Oh, yep, mute audio. Okay, let's maximize on play. So yeah, so this is, you get 0 gears here, so you can collect gears now. So I should steal that code. That's pretty much what I'm thinking about doing. So this box just, and then you can just collect gears nonstop. You can also go up to this guy. I think you can, I think there's a hotkey. You let me find those hotkeys. There's a player and he's got inputs, right? So he's got player 2D. Um, Yeah, so he's got a player 2D, and I feel like he's got buttons that he can hit to do stuff. Which I always feel like it's sad that I don't. Yeah, so I can. Oh no no no. How do I say? Yeah, so A D arrows. Yes. S No, W. Huh. Oh, maybe on the unit 2D there's a hotkey. How do you use your cooldown? And you can teleport. It's yeah, lots of cool stuff here. How do you use your cooldown? Velocity. Woo. Mm-hmm. Come on, people. How do you use your cooldown? WASD. Yeah. Oh, numpad 5. Oh, why did I think of that? Why didn't I, think of that it was numpad 5? I mean, come on, people. It's the but anyways, you can go up here. Let's teleport to the next room. Oh, hey, I want this chest. Oh, I can't get this chest. Well, you just come over in here. Oh, do you just Oh, yeah, yeah. So you do that and then 5 is actually to heal yourself, I believe. Yeah. And then there you go. You got particles. It's like, oh my goodness gracious, you got particles in the game. And then you can actually now get here. But I feel like if you can do the same thing. So this game was kind of based on the idea that you can heal your enemies, essentially. I guess there isn't any, but now you can just collect gears automatically. Like, gears forever. So I'm kind of thinking of a similar system to that. And then I guess this doesn't actually do anything there. I think that's it, right? So there's no more, um, yeah, and then you can't heal them anymore because you're fully healed. But yeah, I think there's particles, there's sound. I don't think there's any shooting, but and I thought it's actually nice that nah. Oh yeah, I got the animation pretty smooth. Where I guess they still walk before they does this like moonwalk before he goes backwards. But yeah, and then you can't actually hit two keys at once. But yeah, so that's and now I can just collect unlimited gear. So I should steal that code, really. I should steal this code from this idiot. Yeah, so under here, there's probably an AI, a level, and there's objects, right? And a chest, and then it has a gear icon and an open, yeah. So, oh yeah, yeah. So it just is obtainable. Yeah, yeah. So here again, uh, yeah, the collision enter 2D, check the game object, and then how do you get oh yeah, this is you know, check game object here. And if you're add a gear 1, right? So this is just the how you add the gear. So you just take the gear, add it by 1, and then is collected as true, and then it disappears, right? On the update. Yeah, and then it's got a respawn timer. Yeah, and as soon as it's respawned, it stops, and then it applies. Like what does it apply? I think it applies here, here. Yeah, so it applies on all the changes. Yeah, so that's really, and then again, it's just the same sprite renders, open, closed. I don't know. I think I did this. I believe that this is their prefab. Yeah, this is their prefab that they put together. And then this is the open chest. Oh, I guess that's okay. Well, I get that, but I went with something different. It's okay. It doesn't matter. And then here's the gear. The gear pops out and says, "Hey," and then there again, maybe I should do like 185 because I think that was 5. Yeah, I think that was really cool. Well, no, 165. There, I think it's 165. 165, of course. But yeah, so that's there again. Made an improvement to this game, yes. But yeah, so I just need to borrow the chess code here, and then I'm just gonna say, hey, you've got obtainable. Yeah, so let's just do that, right? So just do this is obtainable, and if it's obtainable, then we um we can um we can add the gear. Yeah, it sounds like a perfect system. And then here under so this is the this I want to say that the item spawner is no. I wish there was a way that you could say, here, can I undo that? I wish there was a way to say, look, all this is pre-filled out. I wish there was a way to say, hey, copy this component, and maybe there's a way, and then say paste component. Yeah. So you can't do that, but I really wish there was a way to say, hey, that's what I want you to do. But now I just know, okay, so there's a canvas here. down here on the atom spawner. And then the canvas UI is going to be this object. Oops, going to be this, not this one. Here, let me just, okay, I know what I'm doing. Honest, I swear, I know what's going on. And then this is so the chest sprite. Oh, yeah, so the box, the lid, the gear. Oh, the gear is not here. Well, that's going to have to be different. So, and then the UI button is that button, and the canvas UI is this. And then you're going to say, hey, under here, we're going to say this is a serialized field for a game object. The spawn object equals null. And then, yeah, and then you're going to say, hey, you're going to spawn me, let's see, under the resources, we're going to drop the gear into here and delete this, and then drop the box into here. And then from here, you're going to say my spawn object is this. And then you're going to say header spawner. Yeah, so that's the spawner code. And then from here, we just copy our spawn time sort of code. Felt good. Let's copy it. That's good. Let's steal it. And then from here, we just say, hey, I just want to say this is dot to dot, and then we'll just say to here. Yeah, so we need this is obtainable. I don't care about the is opened. And yeah, is collected as false. Oh yeah, is collectible is a, yeah, so let's get a couple serialized field bool is obtainable is false, and serialized bool is collect collectible goes false. And then, yeah, let's get some accessors. Public bool is is ob is obtainable. Ah, come on, is obtainable. And then, yeah, I'll just copy, paste, paste, paste. Copy and pasting is dangerous, but also great. Okay, so now, yeah, so we just set the is collected. Oh, yeah, let me say is collected to here and here, and then here, and then, yeah, and then the apply. Yeah, so the apply, public void apply. Yeah, I've been talking about doing that a long time, but I haven't done it yet. But yeah, I probably should do like a public virtual apply here, but now we're actually going to have to do a little bit more fanciful stuff here. Well, actually, we should just do is say public game object, chest sprite will equal the chest sprite, and then just on down the line. And then, yeah, same here. And then copy the, this is going to be UI button to UI button. I feel like there's a way to, oh no, I want to say this is UI button. I feel like there's probably a way to make this a um a um a generic function to be able to handle all of this what I'm trying to accomplish here. And then this is the canvas UI, and this is the canvas UI. Oops. Yes. Okay. So now, I feel like to me it's like I can now say canvas UI, and this is all chest lid. Oh, by the way, there's this really cool animation I got down there. Let's see the chest lid. Yeah. Let's see down here. Um, oh yeah, yeah. So this is, yeah, it's kind of cool. Anyways, you can imagine it. Oh, here's a chest lid. Oh, no, chest lid. Oh, whoops. It feels like that's wrong. That shouldn't be like that. A game object to a game object is not, that's not how this, this is, yeah. I set this to here. This is the chest gear. I could just capitalize all this, but here's the chest. Yeah, here's another example of this should not be a game object. It's almost similar to say transform.transform is not the same thing. It's doing differently. Oh, and here's the same thing. I can just say canvas, and then this is UI button.text. Cool. Oh, and then here again. Um, chest gear, chest gear, um, and hmm, yeah. So yeah, this is all this. Oh yeah, so we don't need to. Oh, um, um, I need to disable that somehow. Let's just say this is a public bool uh, is active equals false. It doesn't. Let's say public bool mouseable. Yeah, and then this is public bool mouseable, and then we'll say get mouseable, and then set the. Come on, AI, catch up to me. Mouseable equals value. Yeah, mouseable equals value, and then if mouseable return. Oh, if wait, mouseable is true. Crap. Oh, this is well. I want this to be true, and then if mouseable is false, return. If 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 equals false, return here and here, and on the spawner, I want this to say on the awake, I guess. Doesn't really matter. I'll just say mouseable equals false. No. Let's see if that does something. Yeah, so you can mouse over this one, but not this one. That's the general idea. And then this chest geobo, your mouseable, which is not visible because it's not a serialized field. But anyways, that's not important. Might be important, but the other thing too, I noticed the box is somehow can't. Let's me say the canvas. This is kind of I want to this set active to false. We don't want the canvas UI to be set up for any reason. On our box, yes. So now we can highlight the box and highlight the chest and open up the chest, with the player. Our cleaners are like, what is going on? This chest is open up automatically. But now, yes, we can add a task. But now this comes a little bit trickier, right? Where I feel like this is, I was just thinking about this. Like to me, if I click on this task, right? Yes, I can just send someone to move to this task, um, which is great, but I really want this to say this is now an item. And it's like when you click on, right click on this or something, if you left click on it, it'll still go, but if you right click on it, it will create a interaction task. All right, so that's another step to go forward. But yeah, so now we've got this spawner. It's going to spawn things, and yeah, so now we say um, spawn objects, so to here, I actually want this to say how many, we could do free spaces to do, like, so this essentially, this is a box that spawns items around it every tick to do um, check if we have free space for now, just spawn in an area. Yeah, spawn in an area. And then also from here, I feel like I should rename this to be, not this one, but this one to be chest geo. Yes. And I want this to, yeah, because this is the, so we're looking at here. Oh, this is, here, let me just close this down. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of helpful stuff in there, but we'll get back to that at some point, I'm sure. And I don't need the, well, I'll just leave that open because I can look at code that way. So yeah, so this, the chest geo, I actually want to create an item geo as well. I feel like, although it feels like that breaks a principle of mine, but yeah, so we're good on the chest. This actually became a chest. And then the item geo right here is, yeah, which was, yeah, so I just want to remove this and, um, yeah, so my sprite here, well, yeah, I'm not going to worry about this, but it's the gear geo, right? So the gear geo is going to have a piece 000. We're good. We've got this gear that we can now spawn, but we need an item geo class, I believe. Under, don't we have items? Yeah, right here. Let's just go create a C# script. I'll call this item geo, and then we'll move the chest up in here too. Okay, so this is going to be and we're going to actually, here, let me close all this. Yes, stack traces, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is go into our items, go into our chest, and I want to peel off some of this stuff. So I want this to be the sprite here. Oh, I guess it's under debug. No? Why is it saying no? There we go. Okay, so I want to go this into here, and then this is going to be an item geo. And then this is going to be here, the here, and this is going to be the item sprite. And we're just going to, we're not happy here for a lot of reasons. Huh, okay. I thought that would, this is item sprite. So from here, we're good, right? So we got this item geo. Now we can add the item geo. And then, yeah, we're getting more into the sprite. Well, so this could just turn this off, I guess, and be good. Yeah, and then under here, let's go into the box and open up this. And I'm going to say, well, we don't actually have a chest gear. Yeah, so we're good here, but we want to go into the chest geo, which does have it, because I feel like we broke it. Nope, we're good. Chest gear. Yeah, so we're good here. Oh, and the item sprite. The item sprite is right here. Yes. And then, are we good? Let's just pop out of here. Let me well, let me drop to here, go into the box geo, and then we've got the item sprite. Yes, so you're really, I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. You're the box, and then your, yeah, is the gear geo, which is now an item. Okay, cool. And then from here, let's just say, no, the spawner. The spawner is just going to say void spawn item, and you're just going to say game object geo equals game object instantiate the prefab. Oh, we don't have a, oh, we had a prefab. Oh, the spawn object. Here's the prefab object. I gotta go fix that, but whatever. The prefabbed object. Here, let me say the prefabbed object at this transform, and then your geo.transform.position equals new 001. And then if, yeah, here let me say we're holding an object, right? So this is um Feels like we could just say realize game object spawn object equals null. And then this is spawn object equals here. I'll just say spawn object equals go. If spawn object not equal to null or equals null. Yeah, and then we're good. So we spawn an item, and we spawn an item anytime we are completing. So right here, and yes, we set the spawn is completed to false and apply. Yeah, which we don't need to do. Oh, and also too, what I want to do is say, hey, my UI button dot text equals, 1, right? Is 1. Really, I feel like what we should do is just say list of game spawned items equals null. And then I want to say, well, this is the spawned items equals the spawn items dot count. And then the spawn add the geo. If the spawned, yeah, so I don't need to do here. And I just say the spawned items dot count less than or equal to 0, then you're good. This is a capital C. Yeah. Okay. So, spawning, crash. Oh yeah, because I changed the spawn on the prefab object. So I just want to spawn a prefab. Good. Oh, we'll look some of the other bools we'll have to look at and how we want to adjust them if they're actually necessary. But dot. Oh my, yeah, of course. So the problem is always with me, right? So this is always a problem with me, and I'm not sure why. Oh, and yeah, so this is let's see, what are we doing here? Yeah, so let me look at some of this. Okay, so and what are we doing down here? Yeah, so this really needs to say public virtual void and public virtual void update. And really this is public virtual void awake. I want to do this before. And then when we walk our tree, we actually need to say that these are, yeah, public override. And I want to say base dot start here. I'm gonna copy this and make it my spawner right here. And then I want to say public override and then base dot update. And I want to say, hey, you're good. Oh, and I also want to say public override awake. And I want to say, yeah, so yeah, exactly. Thanks AI. And then I want to say, no, on the chest here, let me get my, yeah, like this. So this is from items to chest to things. No, there we go. Okay, so now we should be spawning items. Yay! Maybe, hopefully, possibly. Nope, maybe not. Anyways, okay, what are we doing here? The variable blah 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 chest gear of item. Oh yeah. So this is only if chest gear not equal to null. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe I should. I don't know. Oh, okay. Brum, bum, bum, brum, bum, 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 bum. I'm so excited. I can't hide it. want to see it on maximize screens. I really need to. Come on, spawn, 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 spawn. Are we still? Da, 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 da. Oh, well, where? So serialized field. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. So, yeah. Be distracted? Weird. Anyway, so you go into these spawned objects, and to me, 99.999999999% of coders do this, right? All they do is do this, and it creates the link so we don't have to do it here. But to me, it's like, I don't know. It's not what I like to see. I like to say, okay, for me, it just makes sense that this is a null field. It has nothing in it. I don't want it to have anything in it. And then here, let me get out of full screen. And then when I go into here, yeah, so I want to be able to spawn. Okay, so we're spawning the item, but where did it put it? Yeah, so here's here. Where are you? Yeah, well, that is just, I thought we put you at 210. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is going to have to say, this is going to be say like null, I guess. Yeah, let's say null. And then, well, this plus the position, right? So yeah, do we have the access to the position? No. Feels like that's an item geo thing. Let me go way down to here to item geo and say public vector3 int. The position is the equals the vector3 int floor to int transform. No. Yes. And then you're here. Okay, and then we'll go into the chest. Do we have access to the chest? I don't think I use position, but okay. Boop, boop, boo. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, so now we've now created this. So now, it's like, okay, I need to go have a person collect this and put it into here. I really, rum bum 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 rum bum 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 bum. I feel like my my task system down here. Excuse me. I feel like the task system needs to say who's the closest person. I feel like to me, Code Monkey's going to say, and it's nothing against Code Monkey. I'm just going to feel like he's going to say, well, let's assign this task system to this person and then assign this task system to this person. And it's like, no. I mean, yes, and that makes sense, right? Like to me, it's like if this is a farmer, if this is a gatherer and this is a weaponsmith, a gear fitter, then the gatherer will be able to take this and put it into here. And that it's, they'll have a set of tasks, right, that they can do. Now, it feels like that's a thing that I should quantify somehow, right? So on the task, I need to quantify, you know, task is a positional um, timed event to do something. And to do, find a way to make a task classable, you know, classable question mark. So we need like a um, public enum task types, task types, and we'll say gather gear gear fitter, right? So to me, it's like we have this task types under the cleaner.cs. We have this, we could have this right down here as a serialized field of a list of, no, come on, task types, task skills. I don't know, task skills, I guess. Let's just call it task task skills, and then we'll just say null, and then we'll just say when we init, we'll say this dot equals new, and then we'll say, God, we're kind of getting out of our functionality limit here. Here, let me say, a cleaner dot add skill task skills dot gather. Uh-huh. Let me create this functionality, and then I just say, so the task skills dot add gather. Rum pum pum. Let's say this is a new skill, and we'll say if task skills contains. Oh, come on. Need to buy a keyboard. It's like they're $100 right now. Uh, equals false. Then add the task skills here. Okay. Yes. And under cleaner 2. Yeah. So yeah. So we've done that. So everybody can gather now, essentially. And then now, so this is oh, under the cleaner, you have task skills that are visible. Visible. And we set those task skills up and then we create them. So now I feel like the next step for me is to come in here and say, hey, I want to serialize field a task skills, my skills equals null. And I feel like I could just go into here and say that I have skills. I have one skill and I have a gatherer. So I'd have two. Now I can say that you have a gear fitter. And I say I have one skill that's a gatherer. I feel like to me that these skills, I'm thinking if I really care that they're not, yeah, they're not whatever. So then I could just say for each bar skill in my skills, then add the skill. I guess to me, like what I'm thinking is like, this is often what I'm thinking about too. It's like, okay, if I do two, it's like, oh yeah, man, this, I could think of a designer going, oh well, this is great, right? I can, add two gather skills and they're gonna be super, super good. So to me, it's like, okay, you stupid person, I'm gonna have to say void on validate, and I'm gonna say, okay, let's make this a list, I guess, because I know I can manage lists better than an array, and it does the same thing. So I'm gonna say my skills equals no, equals my skills dot unique. Oh yeah, crap. Uh, oh yeah, and this is where this is a little frustrating, but I think you have to go system dot link, and then you can come down here and say uh, skills dot brum, bum, bum. Okay, so how do I? Okay, okay, world, how do I do this? To me, it's like, just, the Google foo is the most amazing thing you can do. So I want to say C# list. I want to say unique elements, right? So this is like getting unique list from, it's probably, I've read this 1,000 times. Distinct. Yeah. So it's just distinct and I'm done. It's like, okay, cool. I remembered now. I'm like, oh, I remember now. Now, should I be able to know that off the top of my head? Probably, but no, distinct, right? So distinct and then to list. And then there again, so now on my Oh crap. Crappy crap crap. Wow. Okay, you stupid game designer. You you prevented this from happening. Now I gotta add in a, now I gotta add in a thing and change it and da 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 da. Well, to me it's like it's not so bad, but it is so bad. So now I can do like, okay, void add next skill, and to me I could say, okay, um, so I do a context menu here, I guess, to add skill, and then for each var skill in system enum dot get values of type of, usually it saves me at some point, but type of skill types, oh, task skills, yeah, uh if uh task, if skills, oh, my skills contains skill equals false, and add new, add, oh no, add skill, right? I thought it was add skill. Oh, in here, this is, I feel like it's freaking out because it doesn't know what the var is. And then here, you're good here. And then I want to say, uh, okay, well, we'll just say public. I thought this was a thing. I thought we did it. Oh, I think it's down here. It's in the cleaner code. Yeah, in the cleaner code, we added that, but not up into here. Oh, the task. Here we go, right here. So I just need to copy this. That Control Shift F, and then paste it right here, I guess. And say, no, 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 my skills. Yeah. Yeah, so now we add the skill, and then we just want to return, honestly. So yeah. So now, you could make this an editor script, but now I can just say add skill, and it's like, okay, cool, and then I can just add skill, and it's like, no, you're good. And then I can say, oh, switch that. Okay, okay, yeah. So I mean, its functionality is cool, but yeah, then yeah, and then I can just say, hey, I want to remove that, and I'm good. Okay. And then here I can also say, I want to switch this to gear fritter. So that's probably one way to do exactly what. So this guy on the, let's see, where are we at here? Are we on the right side? No, of course not. Of course not. Okay, let me make you cleaner 0, and you're going to be a gatherer, and you're going to be a gear fitter. Yeah, now we're really making an RTS game. RTS game about pointless manufacturing. Yeah, so now we spawn the gear. He can now say, hey, I'm a gear fitter. I'm going to go and I'm going to add that to my task, right? So to me, so now under the task system, I can now say, um, this is a, yeah. Um, well, technically what I would want to do now is say, hey, we've got the task, right? So this is a, this is like, well, this is none. I guess to me, we're going to need a none as well. Feel like, well, let's just say no. No, I don't want to do that right now. But what I want to say is, and yes, I could make this class abstract, but I feel like I'm not going to, but I could. But now I want to say like, um, that the serialized field task skill, I could say a list. Let's say skill required. Yeah. Well, yeah. So we're just always going to gather. No, I don't know. I feel like a none would be good here. Unfortunately, it feels like a none will just be good. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be an issue. But hey, we'll just say none. And then this is, from here, we're going to our, let's create a task. Create it, no, it's bloop, 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 bloop. Let's create a folder. We'll call this tasks, tasks, and we'll just add our task victory, our task system here, not our cleaner. And then we'll just duplicate the task victory twice. Duplicate, 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 and we'll say gather, gather, and this is task gear, gear fitter. Yeah. Okay. So now we can just say, hey, this is task gear, what, gather, gather. And I don't need this, don't need this, don't need this, don't need this, and I don't need this. Yeah, so this is a, yes, I'll take this. So this is going to be gather, and then I'm going to say the public new, rum pum pum. You know what we actually could do is say, well, no, we can't do it like that. Yeah, so here I need to say public trade task skills, task, skill required equals this skill required. And then I would copy this. I think this is how I want to do this. Yes, to there. I want to say this, and this is going to say, no, 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 no. What you're going to do, well, no, feel like what I need to do is say on the task, I need to say a knit setup. Is there a setup? Here, let me look at that, the other task, the victory task. Victory! Oh, yeah. Are you, oh, right, this is victory, and then this is the issue here is you're whining because of gear fitter. All right, so this is actually gear fitter. Yeah, and then I could just, yeah, so. Oh, well, 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 well. I really wish there was a way to, um, to call a function without, so like to me, like basically I want to say public variable init, right? Which is, it feels lame. And I want to call this, but and then I don't know. I guess I could virtual this and override this and da 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 da. But it just feels like, essentially for this you'd say, you know, base dot init, oops, base dot init, null, whatever. If this was a constructor, right? To me, that's how you do it if it was a constructor. But I'm not sure if there's a way to do this without doing that. And then under here, we can say public override the init. And I'm going to say yes, you'd want to call the base.init, even though it's pointless, but you want to say the skill, well, the skill required equals trade skills dot gather. Yes. And I want to say, no, we're good here. I mean, that's one way to do it, right? Let's keep that put a pin in that for a second. And then from here, huh? Oh, right, right, right. Okay, well, let's not put a pin in that for a second, but let me go to this one, which is like, we need this protect. Oh, well, I don't need it. Okay, so yeah, so what we do is we say, hey, what I'm thinking about doing is saying I get this and a protected set this, well, which actually would be skill required equals value. And then I could say, yeah, from here I could say this. The other thing you could do is you could say, hey, I want to say this, um, and then I'll say, okay, this is one thing, and then over here, I want to say the gear here, and I'll say this is the gear fitter, and then we'll just wipe out all of this. Yes, and then I want to say this is the gear fitter. Perfect. Okay, so now we're cool. Um, and yeah. So the question, like, task and skills are kind of two separate issues, topics for me. So I'm not sure how to like merge them together into one cohesive. Probably why I should finish the tutorial. But anyways, let's not think about that right now. So yeah, so now, um, yeah, so to me it's like, okay, so essentially we need to say somehow be aware, made aware of what's happening. Yeah, so else, right? So else, yeah, so in the tick, else we're going to do a search the nearby area for tasks we are for, I don't know, tasks we are skilled at. And there again, so it's like these are not tasks, but they're things that we're skilled at. So if we're gathering, we need to find all the gather abilities within a certain radius of us, and maybe go find all the gatherers. Um, so I could do this simply, or I could do it complicated. So now I'm not sure. Um, yeah, I could say switch. Here, let me switch on my skills. Yeah, so let's switch on our skill. Oh, cleaner. Oh, yeah, really this should be like cleaner. Cleaner dot, oh, my cleaner dot, um, you know, look for, look, look, skills, job. I don't know. Yeah, let's just call it that. And then we'll come down in here and we'll just say what I want to do is, oh yeah, so for each var skill in task skills, no, skills and task skills, um, yeah, how do I, yeah, so I think like to me it's like it's interesting, but I think like the weird thing about this is if you do a switch on the skill, uh, a skill, and then put this into play. Yes, and then from here, well, we're looking for task, right? So this is request next task. I could actually expand the task system to search for skills, right? So here it's like we've got this ability to, we're requesting a task and we're looking for a task, but you could also, um, you know, could find tasks based on our own parameters. So sounds like a, a task system dot tick, right? So if we say, hey, public, like public void tick, and if I come in here and say, um, that's probably a better way to do it, right? Because instead of the cleaner, like instead of the cleaner looking for the task and then creating the task, right? That's yeah. Yeah, no, no, no. Okay, yeah, no, let's not do that. Yeah, no, that makes much more sense. Okay. So instead of having the cleaner, right? This person's like, oh, I've got all these skills, so I'm going to go out and find all these skills. That's what the task system does. So really, um, this task system now, yeah. So to me, it's like, you know, we're gonna, so instead of this is here, um, yeah. I thought there was a way to. Oh yeah. So when they do the tick, right? They we look look for a task in this tick, and then if we have found a task, we execute it essentially, right? So we don't need to actually find the task. So to me, it's like if the task system GO right here um, on its update, right? So this is the task system dot tick, task system dot tick here. Now we're processing ticks on the task, and then this tick system will create the task that it finds, right? So uh this is like the mayor, right? This is like the this becomes our mayor, right? So this manages and looks for tasks so the cleaners can find and accomplish them, right? So um yeah. And then here again we just say we're public static create two more tasks here. So the task gather and then the task, um, yeah. Well, really, yeah. So I don't know. Oh God, that was horrible. Oh yeah, that was horrible. Okay, people, I just blew that up. Wow. Okay, so this is create task gather, and this is create task. Oh yeah, and I just need a position, right? Create task. Yes. So let me say create uh, task victory. Oh, I think I see what I did wrong. Um, yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, so I did that. And this is task victory. Yeah, that's what I did wrong. Okay, which needs to be in the tasks here. This is probably task victory, I hope. And this is task gather, which is, yes, yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're good here. Um, and we just need to adjust here. So this here is this here, and then we knit. Yes, we don't need a cleaner. Mm, yeah, we just need a position. And yes, just need a position. And we're not trying to, we're just going to knit this. Oh yeah, this would just be null. Yeah, so null here and here. Feels like we could almost just, yeah, this is the year filter that are timed. And then this is you, yeah, they're timed. Hmm. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, so yeah, this is the gather timed. Did I screw that up? Oh, okay, people. Task victory. Create task victory. Yeah, and this is here, and then this is the victory timed. Yeah, and then return that, and then yeah, the new task. Yeah, so this is the new task. really, it feels like you could just do something like, you know, I don't know, uh, public static task, create task skill, vector three, you know, task position. Let me copy this. Um, yeah, so I want to do this one here as well. And you could say, oh, by the way, I wanted to say, hey, I also want to say uh, task skills, task skill, and then you could, um, well, I don't know, task equals null, and then switch on the task skill, and then the um, add missing cases. This could be task equals scriptable object dot create instance of the task. Uh, and then this is the task gather and then task gear fitter. Yeah, and then just return the task at that point. And then you init this. Yeah, so the timed up here, and then init this through the time. And then this, you could also set the timed here. This is equals 1F. And then this is the new task. Oh boy. But yeah, so to me, it's like we'll have to see. Oh, this is but there's a comma, and yeah. So then none actually might be interesting. So you're just creating a none. You're giving it a position. So to me, it's like we can actually say, here is we can say, return. Well, yeah. Oh, and then we add the task to the system, right? As well. Here, yeah. So the task system. Is this static? Oh yeah, I don't need it to be static right now. Well, technically I do. Technically I would. So all I just need to do is say instance, right? I'm actually talking myself into more of this so much easier, right? Yeah, this is going to be so much easier just to do this. And then two, now I can say, hey, I want to say create a task, create a task skill. And I'm just going to say the skill is none. And the position is the V mouse, which is down there. So and then I don't need to init this, and I don't need to add this, and I don't need to do this, and I'm done, right? Because we create the task as a timer. Yeah, so it's probably okay. Well, whatever. Anyways, we're changing the timer, but I suppose it's okay. Yeah. So we're changing, yeah, and then we're creating this. Yeah, so I don't actually need this. Yeah, I actually don't need this. I just pass this into here and say, hey, create me a none. This will create me a new task that has none, and then as the position of whatever timer I got, right? And there again, so the gather timer could say, hey, this is the gather timed equals 1F, and then this is the gather timed equals 0.5F or whatever. And then this is the skill timed. And there again, you could like do skill timed. You could do it based on the user. Um, yeah, and we're not applying a none. So this is like, hey, I'm applying none, and I'm overriding the default here. Which maybe I should bump this back up to 2F, but whatever. Um, yeah. And then from here, the victory can almost be the same, right? We could have a task victory skill, but I don't know. It feels like it's okay, but it's going to be different, right? Yeah. So we're not worried about that, and we want to return it. So yeah, I feel like, is this going to change? I mean, it's going to change our timing, but I don't think like it's going to change anything else. Um, yes. Oh yeah, this is task victory, by the way. Yeah, when I messed all that up, I really messed it up. Yeah, create task victory, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this should be working just the same. Yeah, there's no mouse. So yes, it's creating the thing. It's going over here. Um, it's adding the victory. Did we actually add the task? No, we should have done that. Yeah, so let me, I guess I'm a little confused, but that's normal. So here I click here. I'm adding the task to 00. Hmm. Anybody could do that task, I believe. There's no skill. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm actually checking that right now, but there's no skill involved. God, I didn't even see what I was trying to see. Typical, 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 typical. So are we, yeah, so we do this, we're adding the task. Yeah, it didn't create the task. Why? Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so under the task system geo right here, we have to say on task added. Yeah, invoke the new task. Yes, you have to do that, right? Same thing here. That's why it was adding the victory, but not that one. So, oh, and I need to click. There we go. So adds the task to the thing, creating a generic task system. Woohoo! Yeah. So now, to me, when you request a task, you need to say, how do um, I need to say, oh, in the task system, I suppose, in the task system. God, this is like becoming so like annoying. But you now need to say, we're filtering out is complete as false. We're completing where the claimant is the claimant or the claimant is none. And now you need to say, um, if the cleaner, and let's see, to me, it's like, let's say, we'll say this is a new, uh, here, we're going to say this, and we're going to say the task skill. Um, yes, we're going to say the tasks skilled. Yeah. And this is the non-complete task, which is the filtered task now. And I want to say that there's a task that has a task skill, and that is right. Oh yeah, the skill required. Yeah, so this is just the skill required equals not this, but the task skills, dot none, or a cleaner contain, you know, um, has a no, oh no, okay, if if a cleaner dot, okay, if a dot, okay, so if, oh, if a dot skill required equals a cleaner dot has, no, so yes, I want to say has a, come on, I hate how that does a dot skill required, or the, okay, let me do this because I prefer it this way. I'm up here, I prefer it this way. Yeah. Okay. So now I just need to say this function has, yeah. So this is, uh, if my task skills contains the skill required, then you're just going to return the skill required. Else you're just going to return none. Yes, and that's all you're going to do. So hopefully that will say, um, yeah. So yeah, so hopefully that will say that if you have that skill, right? So to me, it's like if this is gather and we have that skill, it's going to return gather. If you don't have gather, it's going to return none. If the skill required is none, then it's going to say, well, if the skill required is none and equals none because you don't have a skill, then you're going to be okay. And then you can return that. But if that's not true, or so this is where the or, if this is like gather and the skill required is gear, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. If this is gear fitter, anyways, yeah, it should work out. Essentially, what I'm saying. I feel like that logic's good. And then from there, we need to say the task skilled, yes, by distance. And then this, oh, okay. Well, that's all well, really excitingly. So that should all be good because the move skill uh, doesn't have any skill. So there again, I could apply a bunch of move skills and they should all be able to move towards them. Yeah, cool. Okay, so now when you spawn a gear, we need to collect, and that's part of this task system tick. Nope, nope, nope. This tick system here. I need to say, okay, so I need to say item GO equals item GOs equals game objects, find objects of type, item GO, yes. And then this is, okay, so then this needs to say something like on the item GO, we need a serialized field. Let's say task, my task equals null. And we'll say public task, my task equals that, you know, bum bum bum, and then we'll say public void set task to task, and then I'm just going to say my task equals the task. We'll just say new task, and bum bum bum. So under here, I'm going to say that under the task system, that for each item geo in there, I'm going to say, hey, if item geo dot my task equals null, then I'm going to say assign add task to create task create oh 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 well, it's just this actually, right? So this system. So this is this dot create task skill. Now create task skill on the task. Okay, we yes skill, and then the no, come on, create task skill. No, create oh. Wah 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 wah. I see how it is. Create task skill, and then I'm going to say task skills dot task skills. I probably shouldn't do it like this. Dot none, and then your item geo dot position. Yeah, and this is the create task skill. Yes, and then we're good. And then so every tick, yeah. So this should actually be. I don't know if anybody will actually. Okay, what? Huh? Did I do something dumb? Oh yeah, looks like I done something dumb. Oh, right. Right, right, right. So the issue here is, um, well, let's just, you know, like pause the video here and see what the issue is. Oh, here, let me just close all that out and just go back to here and say under the task system, we're going to pause the video right here and say, what is the problem? Um, Hint, if you go to this definition and you click on go to implementation, you might notice some issues with what it's trying to do here. And to me, it's like this really seems out to me. We're going to need a public enums item types. That's going to be item, item, chest, spawner. And then we're going to have to say this is an item type of serialized field, item types, item type equals item, and then public items types is this, and we're going to say, and this is going to be a get, and we're going to say a protected set again, yes, and then we're going to say, hey, you on our, okay, this is all part of the item system, which are up here. Yeah, so we're going to have to say on the awake. Yeah, so it's like this. So let me wipe out this. And we're going to say the on awake. Yeah, so here we're going to have to do public override on awake. And we're going to say the item equals the chest. And then I believe the spawner already has something to that system. The spawner, chest item geo, probably should be called chest item. Yeah, so now we need to say this is a spawner. Okay. And what we're going to do is under the tax system here, we're going to put a pause right here. We're going to attach, and we're going to see how many items we found. Have you figured it out? Have you gathered the data of why this is pulling a ton of item geos? Because there again, it's pulling the spawner and the client geo. So yeah, so if this equals null and the item geo dot item type equals item, then we can create a task for it. So it's basically finding all the items, and yeah, which isn't great. Okay, so now we just hit continue. We can now hit stop. Hopefully, yeah, it crashes. We're good. Oh, great. Allocation of bytes. That's not good. Oh, yeah. So somehow, So really, to me, it's like you can look at the chest geo and look down here and see the task, and it's not, yeah, so the item type is a chest. Oh, we don't have the task. I want to say the item geo. I want to know. Basically, I'm trying to tell the item geo that it has a task assigned to it right here, and I should be able to see that, but I'm not sure why I can't. You're an item geo, and you have a serialized field of a task. Oh, weird. Feels like I should be able to see that. The box and the, huh, why can't I see that? So the item spawner is a chest geo, which is a item geo, and now I should be able to see, as an item geo, and I should be able to see tasks here as a serialized field, just above the my item type, just below the item sprite. Huh, which feels like it's not doing that at all. Well, that's weird. Oh, oh, it's not saved. No, it's saved. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is a serialized reference. There we go. I bet that's the issue. Oh, look. Yeah, and then it's still not happy. Why is that? Task. Yes, I feel like, am I losing that functionality because I've done so many crazy things to my task now? Under my task system, I've got, yeah, all these tasks. Why? Why are you? Hmm. I guess to me, it's like my item GO is not assigning my task to the new task correctly. Oh, there's no task. Well, that's annoying. Why not? I No, okay. Yeah. Yeah, no. This is I meant item go dot set task dot set task. Yes, there we go. Yeah, so it created the task, which adds it to the task, which creates the task, which adds it to the task. And because it's checking to see if it has the task, it's like, I don't see a task. You're like, yes, I get that you're. Yeah, so now I can say, hey, set the task to the. Oh, wow. Really? Really? The system threading task. Oh my God. No. Okay, let's just say this is the task system that is part of the Code Monkey task. It felt like that was going to be, and here again, here's the security policy. Like, I felt like that was getting to be a problem, but I was like trying to ignore it for a while because I was not paying attention. Yeah. Oh yeah, I deleted the security policy. So it's like, hey, that's what you're trying to do, right? And I'm like, yeah, technically no, but hey. And this is the chest geo and yeah, there we go. Okay. So now tasks should not be so, but there is a task for here that's creating this task. And then this person is going to come over and do that task, but they don't know what that task means. And then they're going to create the victory. And wow. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Wow. I feel like it's dinner time. That's what my cats are saying too. Anyways, I feel like we're what, an hour and a half into this. Where are we at? Where are we at in terms of? Oh, huh. Um, Sorry, just staring over my other screen. Okay. Anyways, let's clean up this and move on and get some dinner, and then we'll watch some stuff. We're watching Infinity War right now, so I don't know. Part of that project knowledge. Honest. That's why. Okay, so why when you create a task to do the task and it's a gather task, right? So you created the gather. So why are you not telling me the toString here under the UI task system, UI tasks here, you're creating me an object that's saying task. Yes. Which you're saying, um, the task system, like on added task here. Yeah, why are you not new task? Yes, and then you're adding it to the task. Let me say here, and then let me say debug, stop debugging. Let me add this here and create this. So it should create the tasks correctly when it spawns. So it's like, hey, oh, what? Oh, okay. I feel like I see what's going on. So the technical term for what's happening is, yeah, this is an item type. So this is a spawner and this is a chest. And I actually want to say, okay, great, let's apply that and apply that. And your box is looking at a gear geo, which is an item. Okay. And when you spawn an item, yeah, so you're spawning an item through the task system geo here. No, down the task system. You're saying down here. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. No. 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 I want this to be gather. Yeah. So I want this to be all. Yeah. So if you're an item type of item, you could be a gather item. And then to me here again. So if your task is null here, and if your item type is a gear. Okay. Well, if you're a gear, let me go into my item types here. We're going to say item gear. Oh, let's just say here. Let me do gear spawner. So you can kind of see like the spawner spawns an item that goes into the chest that becomes a gear. It's kind of my current thinking on that, where I'm realizing I need to distinguish how. And so, yeah, so when I spawn this gear, it's going to create a gather request. And now this guy's going over there because he thinks he has gathering skill. And the question, I thought he was skill based now. Let me try to see if this is, oh, oh, well, no, this guy is a gear fitter. Oh, come on. There we go. This guy's a gear fitter, and this guy's a gatherer. Yeah, so there we go. So now the person with the closest, I just wanted this. Yeah, so he's like, hey, look, there's a task. Ah, ma 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 ma. Why? Why? You punky punk. You're a gear fitter. You don't know what a gatherer is. You're too rich for that. Okay, so that's just part of the tax gather system here when we're trying to filter out, no, in the text system, when we're trying to filter out this, if our skills, yeah, has this skill, task skilled. Oh, and then this is the sorted count, right? Yeah, so this is the sorted count now, maybe. Okay, let's try that. So it's like he was, okay, so obviously we have to understand what happened here. So here, attached to Unity, the skills, and then we sort them by distance, and we're doing the skill. Okay, we're going to go here, and we're going to say, hey, get me a task, and yes. Oh, wait, so this is, no, this is where I'm going to create the skill, which I don't need to worry about now. Okay, so I have a count of 1. So my cleaner has, um, yeah, I wish there was, I think there's a way to say this, and then, yeah. Oh, oh yeah, no, the skill. So the skill required. Oh yeah, so brum, bum, bum. So so somehow we say we're gatherer and we're skill required is none. Oh, okay. Yeah, so how did we get to there? So the task gatherer. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you can kind of see that the issue here is when you call for the task of the skill required, you're getting the skill required. So yeah, so what you need to say is set this to here. I guess this didn't actually work the way I was hoping it would. This is here. Oh yeah, yeah. So this is here. And so this, yeah. I was hoping that this would be, there's a way you can say that this is a skill required. And so it's like, hey, it's getting the task, but I'm task gatherer, so it's pulling this skill, but apparently it's not working. So we just want to set this to gather here. And then the gear system, gear fitter is the exact same thing. It's like, okay, I need to say no, and I need to say public override away init, I guess, and then the skill required equals the gear fitter. Yeah. Now it should be filtering. So it's basically looking at the none and saying, hey, you're good. I'm good. So now it's like we're going to spawn a gear. This guy's hopefully going to say, I can get that, but this guy is. Okay. I'm going to get it. I understand. It's complicated. I wish there was a way to say for each. I feel like that to me is like these order by and and has and these where these filters. Um, no. So it's the skill required of the task. I guess I don't. Can I put a pause here? Yeah, I feel like I can't. I feel like I should just do it without the wheres. The what and wheres and how for. So if I do this, yeah, see, it's just going to bump this out. So it thinks it's skilled, and this cleaner, his skill, no, yeah, the rum bum bum. There's a list of skills somewhere. Yeah. Uh, yeah, his skills. Yeah. So I guess technically we could put a pause right here. Debug, stop this, and no, start this and stop that. That oh, it's not attaching Unity. My bad. Now you're attached to Unity, right? Da, 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 da. Yes. So, okay. So I've hit continue. Key skill contains gear fitter. Skill required is none. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So obviously I'm doing something wrong. So the skill here. So this skill is the gatherer, and your skill required is still none. Wow. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Here, let me hit. Hit play. We'll run this forward until it spawns it, and then it should have created the task. Hopefully, yeah. So the gather, the skill required is none. I wonder if it's because it inits and then sets up the. Is that true? Yes, I feel like that's true somewhere. So here, create task skill here. And you're creating this task here. Let's come down to here, and then you're knitting to none. Oh, you never call an it. Yeah, okay, yeah. Never call an it. Yeah, so you need to call a knit. Yeah, exactly. I could have probably seen that somewhere where it's like, oh look, it's not calling an it. Yeah, so you have to actually call an it, which then calls those 5 references. Okay, this works. This will work someday. We're gonna spawn a gear, and the guy on the left is gonna go for it. Yay! And then he's gonna do nothing with it because it doesn't do anything. He's just gonna gather it, and then he's gonna, yeah, he's gonna destroy the task. And then what happens? So he has a gather task. It's not completed. Um, he doesn't know. Yeah, so he's added the gather and added the gather, and so the gear has the gathering. So I'm not sure why I did it most of it. It's an item type of item. There again. So if this is a gear, like this would basically I need to do is pick up this item, put it in a chest, and convert it to a gear. Um, yeah. So that's what the gather is going to do, right? So the task gather is going to yes. So it creates a gather creates a gather item task, it's gonna uh, go and pick up the item, hiding it, then put the item in the chest. Then it's gonna say change the item from item to gear, and then you're done. Yeah, so that's, yeah. And then this task system here on the gear filter will, here, let me copy this one, creates a gather filter task, creates a gather filter task now, which goes and picks up the item, the picks up the gear, and then I guess this one should say pick up the item, and then this one will say I'm gonna pick up the gear, you know, pick up the gear from the chest, Now there again, so one A is reduce the count of the chest, and then this is one A here, reduce the reduce the count of the spawner so it can spawn more. And then from here, we put the item in the chest and then change the item from gear to, I don't know. And then, you know, I don't know, put the item in the gear slot thingy majig. And then, yeah, you're done. So I don't know how this just destroys it. Uh, to be, this just destroys, destroys it, destroys it for now. Or, oops, no, here, God, two, 2C, or was it 2A and 2B, to do, add a slot, uh, slot that stores years. Yeah. So, yeah. So when we pick up the item, and again, when we convert the item to a gear, we need to create a gear task. Right here is then when we on complete, we create a gear task or whatever, or however I don't know. I'm not sure how we're going to link the chest here. So we could just have like a chest, find closest chest, public, um, public game object chest, and then we're just going to say, well, this is like I guess to me it's like we'll just say this, and then like this, and then we'll say, return. Oh no, on the get. Oh, sorry, this wasn't clear. Come on. This is a find closest chest, and then just return null for now. Okay, well, I think that's a good start for right now. I think we're, I don't know, about an hour and a half into it. This is, I think we're good. Well, it actually should tell me right here. Yeah, 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna get some dinner, probably some hot dogs, watch some Infinity, and then maybe come back. I'll probably finish up the tutorial, and then come back to this at some point. But yeah, yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I'm gonna finish it, I'm sure, because I just want to get through it and understand what he's doing and how I can sort of glean from that. But yeah, it's just really nice to sort of create these sort of things for myself as well and improve them. I think in a little bit. Um, yeah, yeah. But yeah. So to me, I feel like I want to rename this to chest item geo. Chest item geo. 'Cause it just feels like that would clarify that this is an item geo relationship. And then yes, I'm not going to rename this to spawner, but that's like a goes without saying that the item spawner is an item spawner. Item spawner chest, spawner chest item geo, right? But anyway, so yeah, so this is pretty cool. I mean, it's got a little bit of things to do here. Um, yeah, and it's nice to. I mean, it's just a standard spawner, so it's not anything too exciting. Yeah, we've got the counts. So yeah, we need to remove it from the spawned item list here. when we pick it up, essentially. But yeah, it's cool that now, um, yeah, uh, yeah, this guy, and then here again, we can say, hey, move over here, and the other one should start moving, and then he's gonna, yeah, it doesn't finish the gather task, but now it's like, okay, yeah, now he's doing the victory, where he's at 000, and then he's done. So yeah, I need to clean up the gathering a little bit more, obviously, because it should, well, the gather should actually continue to hold the gather task until it drops it off in the chest, and then it can remove the gather task. Which is kind of like, I'm not sure how that's gonna process. So hopefully we'll be able to do like a completion when you move to the chest object. Yeah, yeah. So we have to, yeah. So we can maybe set our position to the item geo, and then um when we pick up the item, we can reset its item position to its chest geo, the closest chest that it can get. And there again, the same with the box, the box or the slot or whatever the closest slot is, the gear holder slot. And I'm saying then we can, adjust that so it goes to the chest, gets the item from the chest in the gear, um, yeah, wherever it's from. Anyways, I'll figure it out. Thanks very much. Have a great day. I'm gonna end this and go get some dinner and feed the cats apparently.